No shows suck. They're disruptive. It annoys your team. It's lost revenue opportunities. You see team members as you walk by scrolling on Instagram. It's just very disruptive. I understand the annoyance, the challenge. And so today, I want to talk about the things that we can control and can focus on to ultimately decrease the no-show rate. So before we dive in, I would love to hear from you, whether you're catching this live or catching the replay on, Facebook or Instagram or YouTube. Tell me, what have you done currently to try to extinguish no-shows? Like, I want to hear, what are the strategies that you have implemented to try to just remove or decrease the no-show problem in your practice? So some of the things that I'm hearing come through is that voluntold, right? So maybe you are telling them about your cancellation or no-show policy, right? That's definitely an important thing. But if a person has never met you before, and you want them to view you as a real human being that feels bad for not showing up, right? What are some of the strategies that you can do? So today I'm going to be going over 5 things that you can do to decrease no-shows. And I may even throw in a bonus if we have time. All right, so let's dive in. The first one, and if you work with me, you know that I'm a huge proponent of an authority builder video. If you've never heard of the term authority builder before, then essentially it's credentialing your practice. And the reason why this is so wildly important is because oftentimes when patients are first coming to you, they are not really differentiating you from other practices around. So what they might be looking at is price per unit for Botox, how much for one cycle or one treatment of whatever. And we want to shift the conversation more about why they should choose you, why they should show up, why they should care, right? Because think about your own purchase behavior. When you view someone that can solve your problem, that is the best in the industry or the game, you are going to show up for them. Okay. So you want to make sure that you are telling people what makes you different and better. And you want to get that on video. You want to post it everywhere. It should be on your website. It should be in your auto confirmation with a link to watch a video. They need to be able to know before they even show up why they should show up. And we have a great exercise to help practices run through how they could even figure out what makes them different and special. And not only do you need to have this on video in your auto appointment confirmations and reminders, but your front desk should be able to tell people over the phone. Your provider should be telling people in the consultation room as they're making a recommendation for a comprehensive treatment plan. So make sure that you and your team know what makes you different and special, and credentialing your practice. Get it on video and allow that video to work for you forever. So what we do with our clients is once it sends it in, we turn it into a Vimeo, create a Bitly link, and then we add it to the confirmation campaigns. And it's the little things, guys, that is going to make the difference and move the needle for you. All right, number 2. The second thing to decrease no-shows is to show the number of Google reviews that you have. It is so impressive when you have 40, 50, 60, 100 4 to 5-star Google reviews. Guys, it is so important in today's day and age for you to have a large number of Google reviews for a variety of reasons, but it's going to help people show up again, because this is showing people love you, people trust you, people come to you, people have great experience. You obviously get good results. So if you have a large number of Google reviews, let's take a screenshot of that and include that image in your appointment confirmations as well. And your appointment confirmations shouldn't just be like 1 or 2 and done, right? You should have a sequence built out, and the Google review is just a part of the sequence. Now, if you suck at getting reviews, if you don't have reviews, a high number of reviews, there's 2 things. There's one, you got to have technology and automation in place, and you got to ask everyone. So many people tell me, oh no, I want to pick and choose who I ask for a review. Guess what, guys? You are never going to win the review game by just picking and choosing your very best patients. You're never going to win, okay? So you have to ask everyone at frequency, and the only way to do that is to automate it. Now, some of you may be saying, well, like, oh, geez, like I want to be able to filter it and whatnot. So I only want to pick and choose who I send it to. But guess what, guys? Would you rather be able to get ahead of the problem, fix the problem so it doesn't continue to happen over and over again, and learn from the situation, or just unknowingly it happened again and again, right? And then all of a sudden you just have this bad reputation or no patience, right? And you don't even know why or where it came from. So don't be in the dark. Don't look away from the problem. Hit it head on when it comes to the review game. Ask with frequency, ask consistency, and automate it. And you're going to win the review game, because people ask me all the time, oh, can you help me get rid of this bad review? This patient was crazy, or this never was my patient. Now, of course, you can, you can go and try to get that removed down, but it's very difficult. Possible, yes, very difficult. But the best way to do it really is to reach out to them and try to resolve the situation, make it better. And then after you do that, ask them to update their review. But really, the only way you can really negate those crazy people that come in every once in a while that you just can't help is to just have a high number of 4 and 5-star reviews. And then when patients go and look at your reviews, one bad review with many, many, many 10s, 20, 30, 40, 50, 4 and 5-star reviews is going to drown out that one bad one. Okay. So the number 3 thing to do to decrease no-shows is to include your Google map on your appointment confirmations. Make it super easy for them to find your location. Pretty straightforward, right? Number 4, include team photos. Some of my clients will, depending again on the size of their team, they could do team photos. They could do a photo of them and a pet. They could do a photo of them and their kids. There's a variety of ways. Essentially, what we want to do is include photos that show either that you're a human being, right? That you have great personality, or your expertise, you in action, you get a special, training or certification. All of these things, it's going to help you build trust. All of these things are going to help you be like, that is the med spa, that is the service provider that can get me the result that I'm looking for. When a person consumes your content, whether that's on organic social media or the automated messages that you send them prior to them showing up for their appointment, is going to help them, 1, show up, and 2, be ready to listen to your recommendations and to buy. Now, if you don't have a new patient sequence that you send patients through email and or text messages in your system, I encourage you to do that. That could include your authority builder. That can include before and after pictures, in your history with the med spa. It's kind of called an indoctrination sequence that you would want to send out to new patients. It can also be included with that new patient paperwork that you want them to fill out prior to them showing up, right? So you're asking them to do something, whether that's fill out paperwork or show up, provide value, build a relationship, make it light and fun and airy, right? And all of these little things are going to help you stand out. Now, the fifth thing is include your financing link. Now, I'm kind of biased because right now I think Cherry Financing has the best patient financing in the game right now for med spas. It's the best, not only for the patient, but for the med spa as well. And so I actually have a training that I'm going to be doing later, maybe this month or next month, where I'm going to be talking about Cherry and what a game changer it could be for your business and selling high ticket services. And then how, once you have that set up, how to use that in your marketing and patient communication, because it's going to help you sell more high ticket services. So make sure that you include that as well. So just to recap, the 5 things that you can do to help decrease no-shows is authority builder video, right? And you want to pimp that everywhere. That's really credentialing your practice. Number 2, show them the number of reviews that you have. If that's Google or Facebook reviews or Real Self, wherever you have the most reviews, show that to them. That's powerful. Include your Google Map link in your appointment confirmations. Show your personality through team photos or with pets. And I know that or kids, that sounds silly, but again, it just humanizes you, okay? And any little thing that we can do to humanize you, to credential you, to build trust and a deeper relationship, it's going to help at the end of the day. And you're gonna wanna include your financing link if you have that. So one last bonus here that I wanna throw in, and it may seem super obvious, but so few practices do that, is to engage with your patients after they've confirmed their appointment. And what I mean by that is I hope that you are calling them before their appointment to remind them. If you don't have time to call them before, have an automated voicemail drop that sends it to them that can sound really organic. That's a lot of times what we are doing with our clients to automate it, because I understand, guys, the reality is they don't pick up the phone, but you still want to make the effort. So if you're not manually doing it, make sure that we're sending the voicemail drop and then follow up with a text message. And here's another thing, guys. If and when they respond, yes, I can make it, respond back to them. Thank them for responding. Let them know that you look forward to meeting them or seeing them tomorrow. Ask them what beverage they would like when they arrive, right? Would you like water, coffee, tea? Again, it just humanizes you. It sets you apart, that next level of customer service and patient experience at the end of the day. I talk a lot about whenever I purchase a property, I always choose one specific title company in town, and I can go anywhere to sign documents, right? But I always choose this one title company for 2 reasons. Number 1, they make like the best lattes right in-house as soon as I walk in, and they know exactly what I want. And number 2, they have the coolest pens that I get to leave with. I know that seems stupid, but like I remember it, and I choose them whenever I have that choice at the end of the day. And your patients have a choice. So it's going above and beyond and communicating, engaging with them, building that relationship. We have a client in California. I hope that she's watching or watches the replay. Her name is Anita, and she's one of the best, front desk, front office person that answers the phone and works with patients that I've ever seen. She is the best at building rapport and offering just like the complete patient experience, making them feel loved and welcomed. And it's in her tone and it's in her energy. Have you ever felt when you walk in the door or when you talk to a person on the phone, like that they really love what they do, or they're really excited to see you, or they really think that they can help you? All of those little things matter. And it's a little bit harder to show that a love and enthusiasm. through texting and emails and whatnot. And there's certain things that we can do with emojis and images to try to show that extra attention and love and energy. But it's all of those things put together that make all the world's difference. Okay. So I just want to review through some of the comments here. Cheryl said that you call and confirm in addition to auto text, always respond to auto text with nice messages. So great, you're doing that. You are engaging with them. Awesome, awesome. So guys, I'm going to follow up next week, right? Because I know I'm going to get this question if you haven't been thinking it already, which is, right, should I charge for a consultation? Or the other one is, do I require a credit card on file in order to book an appointment? That is the question, probably one of the most questions that I get whenever I hear a client is having a no-show problem. So I'm going to be addressing that next week. Make sure that you tune in because you may be surprised at what I have to say, but thank you so much for joining me here live or catching the replay. I hope that you take the things that I shared with you today and are a massive action taker. Even if you can't do all 5 right now, every single day, month, quarter, whatever it may be for you at this time, what you have the capacity to do, it's all about just getting a little bit better every day, every week, every month, every quarter. Don't minimize what your efforts can do over a long period of time, right? People want to just distinguish no-shows. Like, I just don't ever want them to happen again. And I totally understand that, but it's the reality. In fact, if you're watching and have scheduled an appointment or had an appointment with me, there's probably been at some point when you yourself has no-showed me or showed up 15, 20, 30 minutes late, because life happens, right? Things get in the way. It's not that you don't care. It's not that you're an asshole even, right? But things happen. And so we want to do whatever we can to make it super easy for the patient to show up. We want to do whatever we can to make the patient really want to show up, right? But at the end of the day, you guys, sometimes no shows happen. But let's focus on what we can control, and implementing these 5 things is going to help you decrease no-shows. All right. And what I want you to do is to take this list that I gave you, and I want you to come up with a plan of how you are going to implement them. Okay. So let's recap those. An authority builder video, or credentialing your practice, right? That video. Number 2, a screenshot of your best reviews if you don't have that many. A screenshot of you having 50 plus reviews if you are someone that has a ton of reviews. Awesome, congratulations. Number 3, a link to your Google Map. Number 4, team photos or provider photos showing your personality, showing special trainings or certifications. And number 5, include your financing link. All of these little things are going to help you decrease no-show rates. It's going to help you build trust, build authority, move them closer to the point of a commitment to a comprehensive treatment plan when you implement these 5 strategies. And then remember the bonus, and it's not as easy done as said, right? Which is that engagement piece, which is that front end office that's working your dashboard or your CRM or your phones or your front desk, right? And really engaging with patients, whether that's through DMs online, through your dashboard or text messages or on the phone, or welcoming at their front desk. All right, you guys. So I'm gonna, if you're catching this live, I'm gonna leave you here. But if you have any questions, I'm gonna stay on for a moment and answer those as they come in right now. But thank you so much for those that were joining me live, and for those that have responded and shared with us the strategies that you are currently taking. And I really hope that you put these into action and just get a little bit better, right? And how do you know if you're getting better? It all first starts with knowing what your current no-show and cancellation rate is, and then putting this plan into place and then tracking your results. Because guys, if you get 10% better every, a week or over the month, think about how many patients that equates to, and the average value of just one patient. That literally is the difference between tens of thousands of dollars. So thank you so much for joining me. Thanks, Donnie. I appreciate it. Angela, hi. Thanks, everyone. Any questions before we hop off? All right, guys, I'm going to call it a day. Again, thank you so much. And remember, next week, I'm going to be talking about, should you be charging for cancellations and or collecting credit card to confirm appointments? See you next week.